Hello, everyone. In today's kind of shortish video, I want to talk about why Catholics believe there are different types of sin. Mortal, that leads to loss of friendship with God and ultimately to death or hell, and other sins that are called venial, that wounds our friendship with God but doesn't result in death. So is this a Catholic invention, as some suggest, or is there some validity to this belief? Well, all the Catholic Church does is follow what the Bible says. In First John chapter 5, verses 16 and 17, it says that there are some sins that do not lead to death, which we would call venial, and other sins that do lead to death, mortal. It's really as simple as that. I mean, I'd like to make it more complicated, but the Catholic Church just simply follows what the Bible teaches. And it couldn't be more clear. So why complicate things? So, how do you know, though, if you've committed a venial or a mortal sin? Well, the important thing to note about mortal sins is that it must meet three criteria. First, it must be a grave sin, like a violation of one of the Ten Commandments, for example. Secondly, you must know that it is a grave sin. So, for example, if a person who isn't aware that what they've done or what they're doing is a grave sin, it would not be committing a mortal sin then. And the third condition is complete consent, meaning that you are committing this grave sin without anyone's or anything's undue influence. You've committed the sin of your own free will. So it takes these three conditions to commit a mortal sin. That's why most sins are venial, actually. But if you aren't sure whether you've committed a mortal sin, it's probably best to either speak to a priest or better yet, just go to confession. Catholics don't utilize this amazing gift nearly often enough. If you've committed a mortal sin or think you've committed one, the only way to be forgiven is to go to confession and receive absolution for the forgiveness of that sin. I got to admit, I'm always a little nervous about going to confession, but each and every time, 100% of the time, I always leave feeling lighter, like 10 pounds lighter. What a gift Jesus gave us through his church. You know what? Just use it. May God bless and keep you. And I hope this shortest video was helpful to you in some way. Thank you.